Guys, there are some niches that are guaranteed to sell in 2025 that are specific to the new year that is almost upon us. I wanted to go over my list of niches that I'm personally hopping into and recommending to those of you to hop into as well. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video to share to more people who are maybe just starting on Etsy or also on Etsy as well and looking to improve their sales and their own businesses. First off, what a niche is it's what your customer is searching for on Etsy. And this is what a customer has a hobby in, they're passionate about. Maybe they're buying a gift for one of their friends or family that is passionate about maybe bird watching, or maybe they're passionate about golfing. These are the passions that we are basically creating listings for on Etsy. And this is the thing, and niches are what I personally start out with, is my niche research and finding markets that have high sale volumes and high search volumes on Etsy in order to start designing and creating a listing and product for in my print-on-demand business. And this is something I really recommend a lot of you to start out with, is finding and selecting niches to go into before you start the process of creating a product on your shop. Now that we know what niches are, there are actually multiple types of niches, and two of the main types is a evergreen niche and a seasonal niche on Etsy. So evergreen niches are niches that are going to sell all year round and typically every month on Etsy. Sure, there might be some dips in sale volumes here or there, but it is a usually very steady niche. An example of this type of niche is the parenthood niche, and underneath that branches off into several different niches, right? We have the mom niche, we have the dad niche, the father niche, we have maybe mother of twins, father of twins. There's so many branches within that niche, but the main niche is the parenthood niche, right? And that typically sells all year round because, again, there are parents' maybe birthdays all year round, maybe a mom birthday gift, father birthday gift. So seasonal niche is a niche that typically performs and sells a few months of the year. So an example of this might be the Valentine's Day niche, or maybe the Christmas niche. You want to post in a seasonal niche usually a few weeks to a few months before that certain seasonal niche happens. So an example for Valentine's Day niche, you typically want to start posting listings for that as soon as November into December is probably the latest I'd post, and then I would stop posting for that niche and I would go to the next seasonal niche. How do we get ahead of the curve? This is where I actually created a resource called my niche blueprints and calendars, which is a 12-page PDF blueprint plus 12 calendars that are digital and printable for your Etsy and print-on-demand business. I also provide so many evergreen niches within that calendar and blueprint, so I highly recommend checking out that resource that you can buy in my digital shop down below for this new year in 2025. So that first niche that is guaranteed to sell in 2025 is a niche that you may have heard of, but there's a little bit of a difference this year. So sports fandom is a huge niche that is guaranteed to sell in the next year. To preface, I want people to be careful of this niche first and foremost, because there are a lot of trademarks and you don't want to be putting teams on t-shirts. You don't want to be putting the WNBA or the NBA or any type of big time sports companies of any sort. The new difference of 2025 is the increased popularity for WNBA, which is women's basketball. So if you haven't already hopped into any sports fandom types of niches, typically these perform really well all up throughout the year, dependent on what sports season is in play. So in the beginning of the year, football season is the first to jump into, then comes going into soccer and basketball. Now, hear this statistic. There are 83 million sports fans in the United States alone. The top sports that a lot of sports fans are watching are in this order. So football is number one, Basketball is number 2. Third on my list is baseball, and the fourth is soccer as of 2023 statistics. I personally would put most of my chips, so to speak, and listings maybe into football and basketball. And specifically, I would like to jump a little bit more into catering to women's basketball, right? Because that is on the rise with interest. Just keep that in mind as we go into the next year ahead and as we approach basketball season in 2025, right? The next niche to jump into is birthdays. Now, I know some people might be eye roll right now or like, Heather, that's like the most obvious, right? That's the most obvious. But hear me out, guys. Milestone birthdays is where it's at. And for those who are born in the maybe 2005 era, anything ending in a 5, we're going to be seeing milestones. If someone is born in 2005, that's 20th birthday, which is so wild. I feel like I'm definitely at that stage in my life where I'm like, oh my gosh, 2005 means people born in 2005 are turning 20. We have the 1965 birthday niche that is turning 60. So maybe 60th birthday gifts, right? We can create. There's 60th birthday party t-shirts. I know a lot of people get group birthday party t-shirts. Maybe they're going on a vacation or a trip away with a group. And hopefully that gives some insight on and ideas on what to design for and create for as we go ahead into the next year. So the next niche we absolutely have to talk about is the space lover niche / stock market. In a way, if you haven't already been a part of maybe the stocks and what is currently rising as far as this year goes and after the presidential election, space stocks have been shooting the moon, so to speak, / not fully shooting the moon, but it's kind of going there, right? That brings a lot of love for space and rocket stocks and all that kind of goes with that. Now, again, I'm going to give a warning here to be careful of using ticket numbers, like stock numbers or stock names, specifically in any designs or SEO that you use on Etsy, because that can get you flagged. Again, you're kind of getting in that trademark infringement zone. There's just a huge interest in space products, space graphics, things like that, and that is only going to increase as we go into next year. The next niche to go into is budgeting and finance. So this is kind of a strange niche, and I know some of you might be like, okay, Heather, are you making this up at this point? And I'm not, I promise. But I do want to say that budgeting and finance planning, what have you, is a great and very strong niche to go into. And it's a strong niche to go into throughout the year, but more specifically in the beginning of the year, because that's when a lot of people are maybe planning for their next year ahead. And this is where, if you haven't entered into journals, and also if you're a digital shop, you could do digital planners, right? In this niche. That is a niche we're seeing a increased need for because people are being very financially conscious right now. That's something, again, important to go into with 2025 ahead here. So the next niche on my list is the nostalgia niche. Now, this kind of goes along the line of the milestone birthday niche, right? So born in the 80s, born in the 90s, born in maybe the 70s, right? What's nostalgic to that year that we're designing for? I know for the 90s, an example is the turquoise blue colors and the triangles, like the yellow triangles or just the triangles on t-shirts, those type of graphics, the grunge kind of aesthetic and look. I will say the nostalgia niche is more of a trend that I'm seeing. And I would recommend maybe pairing it with one of the other niches that I talked about in this video. Again, the milestone birthday niche is probably the best example to give on that. But that is a niche we can kind of go into and use as our keywords and SEO as well, maybe just once, rather than making your whole SEO about that, but just as a idea of what to go into, right? So the last few niches I have on my list is, first of all, the mental health niche. Now, this This is a niche that's an evergreen niche. It sells all year round. And this is a niche where I'm also going to say that there's so many charities that you can donate to if you are also selling in a awareness niche. And also read Etsy's terms and conditions, their rules for donation charities and things like that. And then also this is an opportunity that in your photo cards you can also mention, hey, for every sale we get, we donate $1 to charity or this awareness. And this goes for any awareness group or fund. You can do that with any other niche that you go into. But I do want to say that here because mental health is something that's very close to my heart. It's something that I've struggled with and I've been vulnerable about recently on my channel and opened up to you all with. I truly believe this is a just growing niche, and it has been the past few years, in which I think a lot more people are being more open about. And I know there are statistics that the younger generations who are growing older now are suffering more from mental health disorders and issues. And I think that is so important going forward, and also just bringing awareness. Just throwing out a lot of ideas for those of you who are looking to what to create for now. This is a really good time to create for the mental health awareness niche, just because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to post for this niche. Usually the first half of the year is a good time to post. I just love those type of listings and products that can really impact someone who is struggling every day. So the last niche that is guaranteed to sell this next year is simply the book lover niche. If you're just going and you're going into like the broad of book lover niche, it's kind of hard to get into. First off, a lot of things, again, are trademarked and copyright. And given I would reach out to authors because they do offer intellectual property licenses, so you can purchase those from some authors. And some authors, if you ask those authors for permission to maybe use a certain quote from their book, some will give you that. There are also other opportunities in creating products for book lovers, some micro niches and things to maybe go into. Instead of just a book lover, there are fantasy book lovers, there's dark romance book lovers, there's rom-com book lovers, which is me. That's my guilty pleasure, guys. I just love, if anyone has read any Abby Jimenez books, please let me know down below. But there's so many different types of book lovers out there, and we can create products that are specific to those niches. And if you are looking for more ideas and more niches to hop into, or you want to go into the right seasonal niches at the right time, highly recommend checking out my niche blueprints and calendars down below in the link in the description. I want to say that if you're looking to start today, I have a completely free A to Z walkthrough course called the Print on Demand Crash Course. Again, I'm going to link that down below for anyone who's looking to start this new year. I really encourage those of you to start and get started. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video for more content to be sent to you like this. I will see you all in the next videos here. Outside of that, now we're going to hop. The struggle is real. I'm so sorry.